So we're going to look at some ratios that have multi-steps to solve. So as I suggested in the notes, you should probably use the formula sheet that you have with you. So let's look at the first question, which says that Chemco has total assets of $5 million and current assets of $1.5 million. It turns over its capital assets 4 times per year and has $1.2 million of debt. Its return on sales is 3%. What's Chemco's return on shareholders' equity? So let's start off with that. What we're looking for is our return on equity, which is our ROE. And that is going to be equal to our net income divided by our total equity. So there's 2 pieces that we have to get for this, and let's start off by finding our net income. So to find our net income, we can start off with our capital asset turnover ratio. So the first thing we need to figure out is we need to figure out what our capital assets are. Well, in the problem, we're told that our total assets are $5 million and our current assets are $1.5 million. So what's left over, that $3.5 million, that has to be our capital assets. And we know that our capital asset turnover ratio is going to be equal to our sales divided by our capital assets. So that's going to be equal to our sales over our capital assets, which we now know are $3.5 million. And that's going to be equal to 4. So in other words, our sales are going to be equal to 4 times $3.5 million. So that's going to give us $14 million in sales. We're also told that our return on sales is 3%. And remember what that means is it means that you turn 3% of your sales into net income. So if we multiply this number by 3%, we'll get a net income of $420,000. So we can go up now, and we found our numerator. It's $420,000. Now the only thing we need is our denominator, and our denominator is going to be our total equity. Well, we can use our balance sheet equation. We know what our total assets are. They're $5 million. And we're actually told in the problem that our liabilities are $1.2 million. So assets minus liabilities are going to give us equity. So our equity is $3.8 million. We now have our denominator. So we can do the division, 420,000 divided by 3.8 million. That is going to give us 0.1105 or 11.05%.